Food and wine pairing, it's what I do for a living. I know, I got the best job in the world, and this week it's definitely the most fun because we're pairing Prosecco. Now I'm gonna pair the Mionetto Valdobbiadene DOC Prosecco. I love it because it's got great acidity and a really soft, creamy mouthfeel, and that makes food fantastic. Now I've actually added some herbs, so I'm bringing the dish into the drink for each of my pairings. I got this idea from the Herb Farm restaurant in Woodinville, Washington, which is right outside of Seattle. So as you can imagine, based on the name Herb Farm, it's all about using fresh herbs. So head to the garden or head to the market and just pick up a mess of them, and it's a really easy way to make a great cocktail. I've got mint, tarragon, basil, and I also have some fresh dill. So here's what you do. You grab the herbs and just rub them between your hands, and that helps to release the oils. And then for this one, I'm using a Spumante Prosecco, Mionetto's Valdobbiadene Spumante Prosecco. Now there are two different ways that Italians classify their sparkling wines for the most common styles. There's either fully sparkling, where there's lots of carbonation, just like you'd find in a champagne, and that's called Spumante. A more lightly sparkling style is called frizzante, and you can use either style for making cocktails. My favorite one for this type of cocktail with the fresh herbs inside is definitely the Spumante. And the reason for that is those bubbles, the intensity of them breaking at the surface gives you the incredible fragrance of the herbs. Let's check out these pairings because I have basically an entire meal right here, starting with my appetizer. I put a little basil into the Prosecco, and those beautiful bubbles make the basil fragrance just explode from the glass. So why not pair it with some basil in the dish? A little bit of buffalo mozzarella, a nice leaf of basil, a little bit of tomato. That's the appetizer. Let's check it out. Delicious. Taste it with the basil in the Prosecco, and that's fantastic. Oh, beautiful basil flavor, and those scrubbing bubbles just cut right through the fat and creaminess of the mozzarella. It's perfect. When I think of dill, well, I think of fish. In this case, salmon or smoked salmon. Love it with some scrambled eggs, which is a really simple way to do it. Garnish with a little bit of fresh dill, a little bit of salt and pepper. Nothing easier than that. Let's check it out. Let's try it with the wine. That acidity is the perfect counterbalance to the rich, creamy eggs and the smoky, salty salmon. Fantastic. Now let's move on. I love tarragon in the Prosecco. It gives a beautiful licorice fragrance, so why not pick that up in the dish? Shaved fennel, a little bit of pecorino cheese, which adds saltiness, and then we'll drizzle on just a little bit of olive oil and a little bit of finishing salt and some pepper. Delicious, delicate licorice flavor. The olive oil richness and the cheese richness coats your palate. Cut through all of that with the bubbles and the acidity in the Prosecco. And I even have dessert. A little bit of mint dropped into the glass and some fresh berries, of course, with a little bit of chopped mint. If it's berry season, you are in hog heaven with this match. Wow. The fresh flavors of the mint, the acidity in the wine, and the tanginess of the berries are a perfect match. When it comes to pairing Prosecco, you have so much to work with. Fantastic acidity and scrubbing bubbles. Those are a great contrast to anything that's fried or salty, rich or creamy or briny like fish dishes. But it's also a fresh, delicate flavor that doesn't overpower fresh ingredients. So when you want the food to shine, but you want a really festive wine to go with it, Prosecco is the perfect match. Enjoy.